Democrats are not a monolith.
Why can't you say when Democrats are wrong? And why can't Republicans say when Republicans are wrong?
I'll tell you when Democrats are wrong.
So you don't think Joe Biden is wrong?
No, I don't. And can I just point this out to you? The president has a part in power, right?
I didn't say you were ridiculous, Ms. Goldberg. I would never. I said that. I just think that.
Think about it.
Wave God. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. Follow that IG page, man. Let's get straight into it. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a great one for y'all, man. We got Charlamagne, the God, finally waking up and smelling the roses and starting to admit what he knew all along, man. Now, today we're going to react to his appearance on The View. You know, like I always say, one of our new favorite shows on the channel because it's just so outrageous. And this time, Charlamagne basically had to let Whoopi Goldberg and, you know, the rest of the little cast know just how delusional they are, man, and how hypocritical they are, you feel me? Because it's all stemming from Hunter Biden and the pardon, and, you know, Joe saying he would never do it, and saying that Trump lied about the DOJ being weaponized, but he said it's weaponized against Hunter. So Charlamagne just basically had to let him know, like, Democrats need to stop acting like they're on some type of moral high ground, like they're better than everybody else, because they do the same shiesty and crooked activities as everybody do, man. And in my opinion, it's politics, and they all crooked if you ask me, you feel me? But he actually made Whoopi Goldberg look crazy because, you know, he was like, you never admit when you're wrong. Like, do you think Joe Biden was wrong for lying to the people about the pardon? And Whoopi actually said no. And that pretty much proved his point in my eyes, because it's like, if you can't admit when you're wrong, then it's just like, if you can't admit the truth, that means your argument is just too biased to even have the argument. So, you know, we about to check out the clip, man. Y'all hit that like button and hit that sub button. Let's get into it.
Let me ask you something that's going around right now. A lot of this conversation about President Biden getting criticized from both sides of the aisle for pardoning his son Hunter after repeatedly saying he would never do it. And a lot of people are saying that it's hypocritical, etc., as if the other side doesn't do it. But what's your reaction to it?
I mean, I think all of the criticism is valid because, you know, Democrats stand on this moral high ground all the time. And, you know, they act so self-righteous. The reality is he didn't have to say anything in regards to, you know, whether or not, you know, his son wanted to be pardoned. He could have said, hey, man, I'm not focused on that right now. But since they were calling Trump a threat to democracy and they were saying that, you know, nobody's above the law, but they were speaking about him, that's what they were running on. So when he kept saying things like, oh, you know, nobody's above the law, I respect, you know, the jury's decision in regards to my son, he didn't believe that. But he didn't have to volunteer that lie to begin with.
I'm going to...
Come on, man. Charlamagne up here cooking, man. Now, that's something he ain't been doing lately in this whole election cycle, man. He was not cooking the whole time, but ever since it was over and he realized just how fake even the Democratic Party was, because, you know, he claims to be an independent, but he realized that they didn't call Trump a threat to democracy, you know, Adolf Hitler Jr., a fascist. And then he realized, man, as soon as he got elected, Joe Biden was right there in front of that fireplace, you feel me, shaking hands, talking about welcome back to the White House, Trump. Yeah, that rubbed Charlamagne the God the wrong way, man. That's why he on this bitch cooking and just keeping it real to their faces and letting them know that they straight up hypocrites, man, and they just as crooked as everybody else. So stop, you know, putting your nose up at everybody like y'all just so perfect.
Stop you for a second.
Only
because you don't know that it was a lie. We don't know why he changed
You really think he just changed his mind over Thanksgiving weekend?
No.
And first of all, man, y'all gotta stop. Why is they defending it so hard like it wasn't a lie? Like we can't pull up clips from the whole past year from his whole administration saying that he wasn't gonna do it. The fact that he said he wasn't gonna pardon Hunter, even if he lost the election to Trump when he was running. So it's just like, man, come on, man. He lied, man. Just admit that he lied and move on. Whoopi Goldberg, is not that big of a deal.
Oh, I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over.
Yeah, so he crooked too.
He did, and this is just my feeling, because at some point you get to the place where you just go, So I'm just going to follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
But that's their fault. They're the ones that go out there and they stand on this moral high ground.
Listen,
they don't have to do that.
I'm a Democrat. Tell me what the moral high ground is.
The moral high ground is nobody's above the law. I respect what the jurors are saying. He don't have to do that.
So we're mad at him because he changed his.
Oh, no. By the way, I'm not mad at him pardoning Hunter Biden.
But you sound like you're
No.
Oh my God, guys, are y'all sensing the tension that, like, you sounds like you're mad? No, Whoopi, actually, you're mad. You're mad. You're mad because you're keeping it real right now. You can't handle the truth.
If I can get in on this, I actually think it went further, and this is one thing we really disagree on. Joe Biden made a point of saying we stand by our institutions and the impartiality of the Department of Justice.
Yes.
Democrats ran on that. The same DOJ indicted Hunter Biden. We shouldn't be saying it's corrupt like Donald Trump does. But then in his statement pardoning Hunter Biden, he says that it was a political pursuit by his own Department of Justice.
Can you explain to me why it is that when Joe Biden does something, everybody clutches their pearls? He's wrong.
Nobody
He lied.
has criticized Donald Trump more than me or Charlamagne.
I'm sorry. Yeah, people have criticized him more. I've criticized him more. We've all criticized him more. But you're missing my question.
Okay.
My question is, what is it that makes people flip out with Joe, but we don't have the same kind of thing?
Well, I don't think people are flipping out with Joe. I think Democrats are flipping out with Joe because Democrats believe that they don't represent what he's currently representing. But that's just not true. That's why I say they stand on this moral high ground that simply does not exist. And I think this is also the problem when
Guys, he's basically saying, man, that the Democrats are mad at Joe Biden because they don't feel like they represent what he's representing right now, you know, because he's going against his words. So he like, look, y'all stop acting like Joe Biden doing something bad, like he doing a scandal that y'all would never do. Y'all would have did the same thing. Everybody crooked. I think that's the conclusion Charlamagne coming to. He like, man, this politics shit is super shady and everybody crooked. You know, and I think that's what we all should assume.
we pick sides, right? We've turned political parties into teams. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Ain't nobody more delusional than me.
All right, guys, this is going to be the best part, guys. You got to watch this.
Right? Okay? I feel like we're going to the Super Bowl every year, but I'm not delusional. Well, no, that is delusional. But when it comes... But when it comes to political parties, if you pick a side, right, if you say you're a Democrat, if you say you're a Republican, you refuse to be objective about anything.
That's why I'm an independent.
Yes, but that's not,
but
that's not a monolith.
Bro, I'm tired of these little Democratic saviors. You know, they get on TV and criticize Trump and the Republican Party and defend everything the Democrats do. And then at the end of the day, they want to claim to be independent. How, Sway? Just be a Democrat. Like, god damn. Y'all don't want to take a L that bad that y'all will defend some shit, ride with them, but once the L is handed out, y'all like, oh, no, we wasn't really on their team. Like, we're just commenting. Like, we're not on the team. Like, no, motherfucker. You a Democrat.
Monolith. We're not, Democrats are not a monolith.
But why can't you say when Democrats are wrong? And why can't Republicans say when Republicans are wrong?
I'll tell you when Democrats are wrong.
So you don't think Joe Biden is wrong?
No, I don't. And can I just point this out to you? The president has a pardon power,
you're ridiculous.
right?
I didn't say you were ridiculous, Ms. Goldberg.
Yeah,
I would never. I said that. I just think that's
Think about it.
Now, y'all see how defensive she got, man? Now, she admitted earlier in this clip that she's a Democrat, man. That's exactly what they do. They personally attack you. He asked her, well, first he told her the Democrats never can admit when they wrong. And he's not even saying it just about Democrats. He's saying it for both sides. And then he was like, so you don't think it was wrong for Biden to lie to the people and then go back on his word? And she said no. And that just right there proves that she's delusional and just wants to have her point of view. And then Charlamagne says, rightly says, well, that's ridiculous. And what does Whoopi say? You're ridiculous. She made it personal. And then Charlamagne, I'm sorry, Ms. Goldberg, I didn't say you were ridiculous. And just like a good boy, you know, he's going to hop out of his fucking seat and go give her a hug after she just violated him.
Right?
I didn't say you were ridiculous, Ms. Goldberg. I would never. I said that. I just think that's.
Think about it. Just think about it this way.
Oh my God. Don't, ew. Come on. Ew. I would never kiss Whoopi Goldberg.
Just just very
That
quickly.
boy hopped out that damn seat like she was about to go get a belt and put that motherfucker straight to his ass. You know what I'm saying? Look how fast he hopped out that seat.
Think about
Come over and
it.
give
Just
me a
think about
kiss.
it this way.
Yes, man. Shout out Charlamagne, God, man. You finally stood on business to their faces. You know, like it's gonna take more of these moments for these ladies just to get it through their thick heads. You know, on everything that went wrong and how hypocritical they be every day on TV. But honestly, guys, it be people calling for them to cancel the show. We don't need this shit to get canceled because this show is starting to become one of the most entertaining shows on social media, you know, on TV, on whatever you want to call it. Great content, you feel me? Great content, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Big Wave got made. This your boy Ted. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. Until next time, we out of here.